Hello, welcome to class, everyone. It's an amazing time again. Welcome, welcome, welcome to class. Thank you for coming to class and for being on time. Hope you are very well. All right, if you can hear me, go ahead and type 2000 in the chat. If you can hear me, type 2000 in the chat. Today is Sunday, 6th July, 2025. Today is Sunday, 6th July 2025. All right, go ahead and type 2000 if you can hear me. I like your name to always follow. Yes, yes, I can see my pupils on the chat. Ariana. Yes, yes, yes. Let your name always come with your response. All right, and don't type something negative in the chat. If not, you will be blocked. Is that okay? Awesome. Oluwakorede, welcome to class. Welcome to class. Peace, welcome to class. You're welcome. Damilola, you're welcome. Balkis, welcome to class. Damilola, welcome to class. Favor Godwin, welcome to class. Barnabas, welcome to class. Stephen, welcome to class. Zinat, welcome to class. Fatima, welcome to class. Heritage, welcome to class. Akinyemi Mitchell, welcome to class. Nathaniel, welcome to class. Hello, God Gift. God Gift, welcome to class. Yes, yes, yes. Enoch, welcome to class. Yes, welcome to class, everyone. Ariana, yes, welcome. Yes, yes, yes. Utibe, welcome to class. Ovi, Ovie, welcome to class. Faiza, welcome to class. Umar, Treasure, welcome to class. Hadassah, welcome to class. Yes, welcome to class, everyone. It's nice having you all in the class. All right, so we want to start with mental math. We want to start with mental math. Easy concepts, easy ways to solving math questions. Easy ways to solving math questions. Let's quickly do that. I hope we are ready. All right, so let's start with mental math. Now, I want to teach you something amazing. Easy multiplication, okay, that will take out long multiplication. This is going to be very simple. I'm going to make it very, very simple, just like bread and butter. Now we have something like this, 32 times 12. I want to teach you how to do this without using long multiplication. 32 times 12. All right, so watch everyone. I have a special gift for everybody. I have just a very small size ice cream to give to whoever becomes the first in the class today. I know that I can't pass the ice cream through your phone or your gadget, but I'm going to send 1,000 naira to whoever becomes the best in the class today. Whoever answers the question correctly and decides to listen. You're going to have, I have only 1,000 naira. So it's for one person, and that person must give me his or her 100% attention. And at the end of the class, you're going to send your correct answers to Mrs. Grace. I'll check and give you what you deserve. That is if you get the answers right. So which means I need your 100% attention in this class. Okay, so let's ride on. Let's ride on. Every day and in every way, I am getting better and better, wiser and wiser, smarter and smarter, stronger and stronger, greater and greater, richer and richer, healthier and healthier. I am rich in knowledge. I am the best. Okay, so how do we do this without using long multiplication? So pay attention. We're going to, we have the tens and we have the unit place. Now we're going to multiply the numbers under the unit place first. Make sure you listen. Okay, so 2 times 2 gives us 4. I'll write down 4 here. All right. Then I'll go to the tens place. 3 times 1 gives us 3. I'll write down 3. You know there is a space in between. Now we're going to do what we call cross multiplication. I'm going to do this 3 times 2. I'm cross multiplying. 3 times 2 will give me 6 plus 2 times 1 will give me 2. So I'll add together to 6. 6 plus 2, that'll give me 8. I'll put 8 right here. So 32 times 12 is 384. If you want to know if it's correct or not, let us use the long multiplication, but you know it is long. That's why they call it long. So it's going to take our time. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 2 is 2 and 3 times 1 is 3. This is the long multiplication. Then we add up together. 4 plus nothing will give us 4. 6 plus 2 will give us 8. And nothing plus still using the long multiplication. Someone else has used the mental math strategy that I just taught in number 1. All right. Okay, so moving on to number 2. All right, everyone. I am moving on to number 2. Pay attention. We have 14 times 21. 14 times 21. Let's use the same method. 4 times 1 gives us 4. Write down 4 under it. Go to the tens column. 1 times 2 will give us 2. Write it down. We have a space in between. Now let's do what we call cross multiplication. 1 times 1, like my arrow is showing, that will give us 1. Write it somewhere. Plus 4 times 2 gives us 8. So add that 1 to 8. That will give us 9. Write 9 at the middle. We have our answer. That's 294. I hope you got that. If you understand, type 294 in the chat, everyone. If you understand, type 294 in the chat. Thank you, Damilola. Yes, 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 yes. I can see your response. Awesome. Someone already solved it. Amazing. Amazing. Kosi. Yes, I can see Kosi in the class. That is a good one. Awesome. 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 So it's going to be a long ride. This class has started. We are ending this class by 8 o'clock. So nobody is leaving here in a hurry. So it's going to be 8 o'clock. We'll be ending the class. All right. So let's continue going on to number 3. My number 3 is here. Now I'm bringing in, okay, before I bring in big number, let's do make do with small numbers. Now 31 times 21. 31 times 21. Everybody pay attention to my screen. Pay attention to my screen. If it is not 2 digits, it's going to be longer, but I don't want to bore you. Peace. Yes, Peace is asking if it gives you 2 digits. Yes, please, if it gives you 2 digits, you're going to carry. You're going to carry 1 and add it to the next number. Thank you for that smart question. You will carry 1, all right? But we get there. Now let's do this. 1 times 1 gives us 1. Then 3 times 2 will give us 6. Now let us do the cross multiplication. 2 times 1 will give us 2 to be added. Then 3 times 1 will give us 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5. Simply write down 5. So the answer is 651. Yes, 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 yes. So let's see. First VIP question. First VIP question. Let's go. Number 1. What is 41 times 12? Do it quickly. Post your answer in the chat at the countdown of 5. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Post your answer in the chat quickly. Yes, I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see the correct answer. I'm waiting to see the correct answer. Be as fast as possible. Only 6 of you. posted as at the time I stopped counting? Okay. Okay. Yes, Damilola's answer is correct. Followed by Favor Godwin, correct. Followed by Foladara, correct. Followed by, if I don't mention your name, it means your answer is not correct. Followed by the student bearing Monsurat Anima Shaun. All right. If you don't type your name, I'm not going to call your name. There's no way I can call you if you don't type your name. Yes, Damilola, you need to check your answer again. Abdul Warith, correct. Emmanuel, correct. Musab, correct. Kosi, correct. Nicole, check your answer. Okay, maybe you're typing. Okay, I guess Nicole came in late. She's typing the other one. Okay, so Naomi is correct. Mitchell is correct. Ariana is correct. Umar, check your answer, all right? Steven, correct. Oluwakorede, correct. All right, let's do it together. So 1 times 2 gives us 2. 4 times 1 gives us 4. Then we do the cross multiplication, right? That is 1 times 1 will give us 1, and 4 times 2 will give us 8. Let's add together, we have 9. So that's 492. Now, next VIP question number 2. Question number 2, 51 times 21. 51 times 21. At the countdown of 10. Post your answer in the chat with your name beside your answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Right, so let's see whose answer is correct. Amazing, amazing. Damilola Ojo, correct. I hope you use the method that I taught you. You are meant to do it with your pen and your book. Kosi, correct. Damilola, correct. Mirabel, correct. If you don't post your answer, your name, you may not be called. Mimi, correct. Abdulwarit, correct. Ariana, correct. Mustafa, correct. Naomi, Ojini, Austin, correct. God gift, correct. Emmanuel, correct. Peace, correct. Mary, correct. Musab, correct. Theophilus, correct. Yes, 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 yes. We're getting there. Steven, check your answer again. Michelle, correct. Barnabas, correct. Treasure, correct. Faiza, correct. Chukwemeka, correct. Hadassah, correct. Steven, correct. Steven, your answer is still not correct. Heritage, correct. Adeoluwa, correct. All right, so let's do it together. So 1 times 1 gives us 1. 5 times 2 gives us 10. Then we do the cross multiplication. 1 times 2 will give us 2 plus 5 times 1 will give us 5. Add them together, we have 7. Put at the middle, that's 1071. Now, listen to the next mental math concept. Going to mental math concept 2. Are you ready? Mental math concept 2. Now, multiplying 2-digit numbers that end with 1. Multiplying 2 digits ending with 1. All right, just like we have 21 times 31. Very, very simple. Number 2, we have 41 times 31. Let me see if I can just give you something that does not have carrying over first. Then the next one, we have 31 times 11. Then the next 3 will have to do with the one we're going to have carrying over, 51 times 21. Number 5, I have 61 times 21. Number 6, I have 41 times 31. Multiplying two-digit numbers that end with 1 only. All right, this is the second concept, concept 2. Are we good? Now, listen attentively. Don't forget that I said I have a special gift for whoever pays attention. Now, starting with the first one. Now, because the two numbers end with 1, write down 1. Simple. Simple. Then the next thing you want to do, you add. After adding, then you multiply. Now let's add. 2 plus 3 gives us 5. Write down 5. Then 2 times 3 gives us 6. Write down 6. That is our answer. So instead of using long multiplication, but this is only applicable to numbers that are ending with 1. This is only applicable to two-digit numbers that are ending with 1. So it can be 71 times 81. It can be 91 times 31. But the two digits must end with 1. That's when you can apply only this method. Okay? So now let's do it together. Number 2. Yes, just write 1 because it's ending with 1. Then add the two digits 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2. 4 plus 2 will give us 6. Write down 6. Then you multiply. 4 times 2 will give us 8. Write down 8. So the answer is 861. 861. Thank you. Timileya Aremu. In fact, many of you have already, some of you are done with everything. All right, number 3. Everybody type in the answer to number 3 in the chat with your name. Type in the answer to number 3 in the chat with your name. Yes, Mimi, I can see your answer, but make sure you're correct. Make sure you are correct. Be careful. Check your answer again. Check your answer again. Make sure you are correct. Yes, God gift, correct. God gift is correct. Millennium Aremu is correct. Ariana, Mirabel, Austin Ojini, Oladara, Ima, Treasure, Damilola Ojo, Favor Godwin, Peace Girl, Heritage, Naomi, Michelle. Yes, you're correct. Mimi, check your answer again. Musab, correct. Theophilus, correct. Emmanuel, correct. Stephen, correct. Mustafa, correct. Nathaniel, correct. All right, let's do it together. So this is 1 will be written down here, then add together first. 3 plus 1 is 4. Then 3 times 1 is 3. So that's 341. Moving on to number 4, write down 1 because the two digits end with 1. Then add 5 and 2 together. That will give us 7. Multiply 5 by 2. That will give us 10. So that's 1071. All right. Now let's move on to number 5. Number 5, write down 1, then 6 plus 2. Add first. 6 plus 2 is 8. Then 6 times 2 is 12. That is 1280. 1 together. 3 plus 4 is 7. Then 3 times 4 is 12. That's 1271. Now the next example have carrying over. Let us do the one we have carrying over. All right, so number 7, I have 51 times 91. 51 times 91. So writing our answer, because the two digits end with 1, write down 1. The two numbers end with 1. Then add 5 plus 9 is 14. 5 plus 9 is 14. Don't write down 14. Write only 4. Carry 1. All right. Then 5 times 9 is 45. Plus the 1 that you carry, that's 46. Write it down. That's 4,641. 4,641. I hope you got that. All right, moving on to number 8. Number 8, we have 61 times 71. 61 times 71. My VIP question is coming. Now, the last digit will be 1. Add the two numbers together. 6 plus 7 is 13. Write 3 and carry 1 over. Then multiply 6 by 7. 6 times 7 is 42. 42 plus 1, that is 43. So the answer is 4,331. All right, you can see that we are cutting out long multiplication for some concepts, not all. So this is only applicable to numbers, two-digit numbers that end with 1. Now, the next VIP question. Next VIP question or set of VIP questions. Number 1, 41 times 71. At the countdown of 5, post your answer in the chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Peace. Dominion, correct. Peace, correct. Adasa, correct. Damilola Ojo, correct. God gift, correct. Austin Ojini, Ariana, correct. Naomi, correct. Mirabel, correct. Foladara, correct. Mimi, correct. Make sure you always type your name. Mary, correct. Okay. Mustafa, correct. Mustafa, not correct, please. Emmanuel, or Mustafa is answering the former one. Okay. Godwin, favor, heritage. Elnora, correct. Emmanuel, correct. Okay. Stephen, correct. Faiza, check your answer. Treasure, correct. Oluwakorede, all right. Okay, so 1 will be 1. So 4 plus 7 is 11. Write 1, carry 1. 4 times 7 is 28 plus 1, that's 29. That's 2,911. Godonu, correct. Correct. Musab, correct. All right, moving on to VIP question 2. Ready? 51 times 81. Post your answer in the chat. Make sure you are writing. I'm counting down 10 to 0. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So what is the correct answer? Let your answer roll in. Osinogene is correct, followed by Foladara, followed by Ariana, followed by Mari, correct. Somebody did not type his or her name. Mirabel, correct. Damilola Ojo, correct. Followed by Mimi, correct. Timileyin Aremu, correct. Peace, correct. Ebuka, correct. Treasure, correct. Theophilus, correct. Dominion, correct. Naomi, correct. Emmanuel, correct. Heritage, correct. Godwin, correct. Stephen, correct. Zinat, what happened? Check your answer. Mustafa, correct. Abiodun Damilola, correct. Ogenerume Ovie, correct. Faiza, correct. Hadassah, correct. Zabel, correct. Okay. Please don't ask for anybody's name in the chat. All your focus should be on what we are learning. Nathaniel, correct. That pupil with Joyce. Joyce, Iferi. Don't ask for anybody's name. Enoch, correct. Adeoluwa, I guess you're giving us answer to the previous one. Elkanah, Elhana. Okay, is this Elhana? All right, Olua Korede, correct. Elnora, correct. Umar, correct. All right, so let's do it together. One will end it. 8 plus 3, 8 plus 5 is 13, right? 3 carry 1. Then 5 times 8 is 40 plus 1, that's 41. So that is 4,131. Now, you are going to have general maths now. I'm still going to teach you mental maths again before the end of the class. Is that clear? Before the class ends, Mrs. Grace will be back here to teach you mental math. Now I have Miss Mary here. She's going to handle your general maths for a few minutes. All right. So Mrs. Grace will be back here also to handle some parts of general maths with you and also mental mathematics. All right. So I want you to pay full attention, 100% attention. Don't forget I said that I have ice cream. I will send it in form of cash. All right. So if you perform very well, you pay attention, you do your work very well, you have 1,000 naira to get from Mrs. Grace. So pay full attention. Now it is time for general mathematics. We are preparing for examination, so everybody must pass mathematics this season. So we have general maths now, but Miss Mary will be taking us in general maths. I hope you're ready. All right. So hello everyone. Moving on faster, so let's take our first question for the general mathematics question. Let's take our first question. Make sure you are writing. So the first question will be taken for today. I believe you can all hear me. All right. Hello everyone. Welcome. I believe you can all hear me. So now let's take our question. The first question here says, given that 8 kilometers is equal 5 miles. That's talking about distance of the road. Make sure you are writing. How many kilometers to the nearest whole number? How many kilometers to the nearest whole numbers are there? Make sure you are writing. Please, no more typing in the chat. Make sure you are writing. How many kilometers to the nearest whole number are there in 43 miles? So now let's take this question together. It's not difficult. It's very simple. It's just like comparing two quantities. Now you have to 5 miles. We have 8 kilometers to be equal 5 miles. So now, how many kilometers are there? We don't know in 43 miles. I believe you are following. So for us to get the value of x here, we can cross multiply. Yes, we can cross multiply to get the the number, the distance, the distance in kilometer that we can find in 43 miles, that we can find in 43 miles. So here we are going to have, we cross multiply like this. So we have 8 times 43, 8 kilometers times 43 miles. to be equals to 5 times x, which is 5x, right? So now 8 times 43 will give us 344. 344, yes, equals 5x. So to get the value of x, we need to divide both sides by 5. So we divide both sides by 5. Divide both sides by 5. Both sides by 5. So we are going to have 344 divided by 5 equal x. So dividing 344 by 5 will not give us whole number because 344 is an even number while 5 is an odd number. So it will not give us a whole number. So how do we get the value? So by dividing this, we can use short method to get the results. Now 5 in 34, we can get 5 in 34 6 times. 6 times 5 is 30, right? So we have 6, remainder 4. Then putting the 4 to the next. So yeah, 5 in 34 gives 6. 6 times 5 is 30. So we have a remainder of 4. So we keep the 4 to this 4, to the 4 here. So we have 44, right? Yes. Now 44 divided by 5 will give us 8. 5 times 8 is 40, right? So we have 8 and a remainder of 4 again. Now 4 divided by 5 is not possible. So we need to put a decimal point and then add 0 to the 4 to make it 40, right? Now 40 divided by 5 gives 8 because 8 times 5 is 40. So now don't forget our question says to the nearest whole number. So this answer is not in the nearest whole number. So how can we make it to be in the nearest whole number? Whole number does not have decimal points. So yeah, since this 8 is up to 5 and is more than 5, so we approximate it to the next number here. So it will add 1 to this one. It will become plus 1. So we are going to have x to be approximate to 69 kilometer. That is to the nearest whole number. To the nearest whole number. To the nearest whole number. So I believe you get that. So if you get what I did now, can you please type yes in the chat? Type yes in the chat. 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 All right. Okay. Thank you for following. I can see your response. Thank you, everyone. So we'll move on to the next question. We'll move on to the next question. So the next question for today, I believe you've written what is on my screen, because I'm going to scroll past this place right now. So the next question says, so this next question is almost similar to what we did right now. So the question says, given that 5 divided by p is equal 10, what is the value? What is the value of p? You want to find the value of p. What is the value of p? This is very simple. Very simple. We've done things like this time without number. So now what do? We have to interpret this question. We have 5 divided by p, which we can write this way. equal 10. So we can introduce over 1 here so that they can both be in fraction form, right? So to get the value of P here, since we have two fractions equating each other, we'll cross multiply. We'll cross multiply. We'll cross multiply. So we have 5 times 1, or we can firstly bring 10 times P. It's still the same thing since it is cross multiplication. So 10 times P will give us 10P, and 5 times 1 will give us 5. So to get the value of P, we divide both sides by 10. Divide both sides by 10. I believe you are following because I'm going to give you your own question to do for me. So please make sure you are following. Make sure you are following. So let's divide. Then we are going to have 10, right, equals to 5 over 10. So yeah, 10 cancel out 10. Then P, 5 divided by 10 is equals to 1 over 2, or we can write it in decimal to be 0.5. I believe you know that. So this is our value for P. P is equals to 1 over 2, or just move the points once because we have over 10 here. So we have a 0.5. When you move the points once to the left, because you are dividing by 10, so we have a 0.5. So this is the answer, and that is the value of P. So we'll move on to the next question. I believe you've written what is on my screen. I believe you've written what is on my screen. Okay. So we are moving on quickly. We are moving on quickly. So let's take the third question. It says, the distance between Marian village and the distance between Marian's village and Suzanne's village is 180 kilometers. It takes 2 hours. It takes 2 hours to journey on motorcycle from Marian's village to Suzanne's village. What is the speed? What is the speed? So we want to find the value for the speed. The speed to journey from Marian's village to Suzanne's village, and the distance between these two villages is 180 kilometers. So, and it takes 2 hours on my motorcycle. That is, if you're journeying using motorcycle, it takes 2 hours to cover the distance. So, what is the speed? What is the speed? So, let's take our solution from the formula of speed. Speed is equals to the total distance over the total time taken, right? Total distance over total time taken. So what's the distance? The distance is 180 kilometer. While the time to cover this distance is 2 hours. Is 2 hours. So we are going to find our speed in kilometer per hour. So what will be the answer? 180 divided by 2 will give 90 kilometers. So our answer is 90 kilometers per hour. So that is the speed to cover the distance in 2 hours. So that is the speed to cover the distance in 2 hours. If you are hearing me and you understand what we just did, type the answer in the chat. Type this answer on my screen in the chat. Type the answer on my screen now in the chat. Type it in the chat. If you are following and you understand what we just did, type the answer on my screen now in the chat. 90 kilometer per hour. I can see 9 The answer is 90 kilometer per hour. That's good. That's good. So let's move on. Let's move on to the next question. Very soon, I'm going to give you your question. So make sure you are following. Very soon, I'm going to give you your question. So make sure you are following. All right. So let's move on. Let's move on. Now I'm going to give you this very simple question. It's simple. We are going to solve it together. Don't worry. It's not difficult. So the next question says, make sure you are writing. All right. Thank you, everyone. I can see you are following the class. So now let's focus on the screen. If a pupil had a score, a pupil had a score of 60%, 60%, how many marks, how many marks out of 120? So the total mark is 120. So, but we are giving the score in percentage. So how many marks out of 120, out of 120 marks did he obtain? So we want to know what is his mark. We were only given a score in percentage. We don't know the mark. We don't know if it is this 60% does not mean he scored 60 over 120. No. The score has been converted to percentage. So now we want to find what is that score. What is the score? Is it 10 over 120? Is it 100 over 120? Is it 50 over 120? So that is what we want to find now. That is what we want to find now. So it's very simple. It's very simple. So solution, the percentage of the score is 60%. So which means 60 out of 100, right? So we are going to multiply this by the total score, the total mark. We are going to multiply it by the total mark. So that will give us the score he had. So here, 0 we cancel out 0. So here also 0 can cancel out 0 here. So we are left with 6 times 12 over 1. And 6 times 12 is 72. So that means he had 72 marks out of 120 marks. Can you see that? So let's move on to the next question. I believe you've written this. So I want to give you your own question now. I'm giving you your own question now before we move on to the next question. Now, if you understand this, please type 72 in the chat. If you understand it, type 72 in the chat. I want to know if you are following. If you understand it, type 72 in the chat. We were given the score in percentage. So for us to know the mark he obtained. So we need to make 72%. We need to compare it with the mark. So that's why we did 60% times 120. And 60% means 60 out of 100, then multiply by 120. Thank you, everyone. So now let's move on. So this answer to the question, put your gender at the front of your answer. Put your gender at the front of your answer to this question I will be giving you right now. Make sure you put your gender at the front of your answer. So let's go. Let's go. Let's take our VIP question. So now the question says, a boy got 60 marks out of 100 marks. Okay, no. He got 60 out of 200 marks. He got 60 out of 200 marks. What is his score? What is his score in percentage? So now express the boy's mark, his score, express it in percentage. Express it in percentage in the next 10 seconds. I'm going to open the chat for you to drop your answer. So now quickly express that. It's very simple. He had 60 out of 200 and you need to express it in percentage. That is very simple. That is very simple. So what is his score in percentage? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Good. That is all. I'm going to close my chat. So now let's see the number of girls. I believe you put your gender at the front of your answer. Okay, I can see for Ladara girl, 30%. Crystal Bell, you did not put your gender. Damilola, you did not put your gender. I'm Blessed and Hara girl, 120. Okay, Dominion, you did not put your gender. All right. I'm only seeing girls in this class. Maybe those that did not put their gender are male. I don't know. So now let's go. Let's do it together so that we can be sure of the answer. Some of us got it correctly. So now let's do this together. It's very simple. The mark, he got 60 out of 200. So, if your teacher gives you dictation in class, maybe he gives you 10 questions and probably you get 8. He's going to write 8 over 10 because you got 8 out of 10. So the same way you are going to express this boy's mark. He got 60 out of 200. So you write 60 over 200. Now to express this in percentage, then you just have to multiply it by 100%. That's very simple. So yeah, your 0 can cancel out 0. 0 can cancel out 0 here. Then you have 60 divided by 2 to give you 30. So you have 30%. So 30% is the correct answer. So that is very simple. If you get that, please type the answer 30% in the chat. If you get that, type 30% in the chat. 30% in the chat. All right, so we are moving on to another question. We are going to do that again. We're going to do it together. We're going to do that together. We're going to do that together. All right. I believe you've written what is on my screen because I'm going to scroll past this place now. All right, all right. So we move on to the next question that we are going to solve together. That's question 5. All right. We are doing question 5 together. So the question says, a farmer. Okay, let's concentrate. I can see we are all here. There's no more typing in the chat. So now let's put down this question. Put down this question. Put down this question. A farmer was given a loan. It means he went to borrow money. It's not his own money. A loan of 1,600 naira. 1,600 naira for poultry work. For poultry work at a rate of 2.5%. 2.5% simple interest per annum. 2.5% simple interest per annum. That is, per annum means yearly, annually, every year. Simple interest per annum. Now, how much will he pay back? We want to find the amount he will pay back. How much will he pay back to the bank at the end of 5 years? So how much will he pay back at the end of 5 years? So this is very simple. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. So the question says a farmer. So this question is on your simple interest. I believe you are familiar with simple interest. And those who are yet to do simple interest, it's very simple. Just follow what I want to do. So now the money you borrowed is his principal. That's the money you want to work with, like a capital, like the principal amount is the money you borrowed. So now 2.5% is the rate. That is how we will be paying back the money. We'll be paying it 2.5% of the amount he borrowed. That is how we'll be paying the money back. Now, and he's going to pay back. He must finish paying back the money at the end of 5 years. So we want to know how much will he pay back at the end of that 5 years. So the formula for our simple interest, it is denoted with I, is equals to P. P is the principal value, the money you borrowed, okay, multiplied by R, which is the rate at which you'll be paying back the money, multiplied by T, which is the time, how long, then over 100. So now let me give you here. I stands for simple interest. For those who are seeing this for the first time, simple interest. P is the principal amount, the money you were given or that you borrowed, the principal amount. Now R is the rate you want to use to pay back the money. YT is the time. How long? How long will you how long will it take you to pay back the money? Now I want to find the simple interest. The question says how much will you pay back? At the end of 5 years, he's not going to pay back the exact money he borrowed. He's going to pay it back with interest. Interest. He's going to pay it back with interest. That means more money will be added to it. So now we want to find. So for us to know how much we pay back, it means we are going to add the amount you borrowed plus the interest. That will be the amount we'll be paying back at the end of 5 years. So to know the amount we pay back, we have to firstly know our simple interest. So that's why we are finding the simple interest I. So I equals to 1,600. That is the amount you borrowed times the rate. The rate is 2.5, right? So we are going to convert this 2.5 to an improper fraction, which is 2 times 2, 4, plus 1. So we have 5/2. So here we are going to have 5. Don't forget we are going to have over here. So now let's put our 2 here. Then multiply by the time. They said at the end of 5 years. So the time is 5. Yes, so don't forget we have 100 also at the denominator. So this 100 will be multiplied by those 2. I believe you are following. So now let's continue. So yeah, 5 times 5 will give us 25. So we have 1,600 times 25 divided by 100 times 2 will give us 200. So here we can cancel out these 2 zeros. Yes, we can cancel them out. Now 16 times 25. 16 times 25. Okay, yeah, 2 can also cut out 16. 2 here 1 and 2 is 16 will give us 8. So we'll be left with 8 times 25. And 8 times 25 is 200. 200 naira. So that means the interest we will be paying, the interest that will be added to the money you borrowed is 200 naira. So at the end of 5 years, at the end of 5 years, at the end of 5 years, he will pay back, he's not paying back 200, he's going to pay back 200 plus the amount he borrowed. He will pay back, he will pay back the principal amount plus the interest. And how much was he given by? Did he borrow from the bank? He borrowed 1,600 naira. Then plus the interest, the money is going to add to it at the end of 5 years. That's 200 naira. So that is 1,000. So it's going to pay back the total of 1,800 naira. So that is the meaning of the question. I believe you get that. So if you get that, please type 100 in the chat. Type 100. If you understand this perfectly, type 100 in the chat. Type 100 in the chat. I'm waiting for us. Type 100 in the chat because I'm going to give you your own question on this, your VIP question on this. Type 100 in the chat. Type 100 in the chat. Type 100 in the chat. All right. Good. Good. Very good. Okay. Please, you can go back and watch this video over and over again. But it's not difficult. It's only if you are not familiar with simple interest. And that's why I gave you the formula that to find simple interest, I said the farmer was loaned, like he went to get a loan from the bank. He borrowed the money from the bank. And I told you the money he borrowed is the principal, that's his principal value, the principal amount, the principal value. So for simple interest, for you to get the interest, it's just like there's something we do call easy buy. Easy buy, it means you get something, but when you want to pay back that money, you will not pay the money. You may not be able to pay the money. You may not pay all the amounts immediately, but you'll be paying back maybe after every 2 months. Every 2 months, you'll be paying back so amounts. So now at the end of your payment, you see that you have paid more than the exact amounts for whatever you purchase. So the money that was added to the exact value of what you purchased is the interest. It's just like you borrowed your friend 100 naira. He said that when you are paying me back, I'll be collecting 150 naira from you. So that 15 naira is an interest. Do you get that? So that is what we did here. So for you to get interest, you multiply the principal by the rate. Okay, you'll be giving me 5 naira every day, 5 naira every day, 5 naira every day. As you are paying back this money, you'll be putting addition of 5 naira, addition of 5 naira, addition of 5 naira. That is the rate. Then multiply. Okay, you are going to pay this money within 1 month. That is the time. Did you get that? So then multiply by 100. Following this step, were able to get the interest. Then it's going to pay back the principal value plus that interest. That is the amount it's going to pay back. So it's very simple. It's not difficult. I believe you get it now. All right. So now we are moving on to the next question. We are moving on to the next question. I believe you've written what is on my screen. Okay. So our next question for today is very simple. Very, very simple. In fact, a primary two child should be able to do this. Primary two child should be able to do this. That is the sixth question for today. It says, how many centimeters are there in 2.16 meters? How many centimeters are there in 2.16 meter? So that is the question. That is the question. So now let's do it together. It's not difficult. You remember that centi means 100, right? Yes. So from there, to get how many centimeter are there in 2.16 meter, I believe you still remember your metric rule. So now let's do it together. Solution. So let's take our solution. So it means since 100 meter makes 1 centimeter, right? So that means we are going to multiply this by 100 to get our answer in centimeter. So that means we're going to have 2.16 multiplied by 100. And this is simple. Since you are multiplying, you move your point to the right, right? Yes. So moving your point to the right, we have 1, 2. So that means we have no more points. The points already is right at the back. So we have 216 centimeter. Yes. So this is the answer to the question. I believe you get that. So now I want to give you your own question to do for me right now. You are going to do this for me right now. Our second VIP question for today. VIP question 2. Yes, this is second VIP question. So it says, so Mary got a loan of 2,000 naira at the rate of 2% simple interest per annum. How much will she pay back at the end of 2 years? So do that quickly. Do that quickly. Do that quickly. It's just like what we did. It's not difficult. So you want to find how much Mary will be paying you back at the end of 2 years. Yes, how much will she pay back? Her principal value is 2,000 naira. That's the money she loaned from the bank. And she's going to pay back with the rates of 2%. She'll be paying 2% of that money, like 2% of that money is the rate of the simple interest. 2%, 2%, 2%. So now how much will she pay back at the end of 2 years? How much will she pay back at the end of 2 years? So let's do that quickly. Let's do that quickly. I believe those that said they don't understand already understand the way I did it because I've explained again. It's not difficult. So follow that step and practice this. Then you will see that you will get it. Follow the step and practice it. Then you okay. I'm ready seeing someone's answer. All right. All right. I'm giving you 5 more seconds. Please be fast. So we are going to do it together. I already see an answer here. Dominion. I'm blessed. 2018 era. Okay. 2018 era from I'm blessed. All right. Others, I'm waiting for your answer. Make a remote similar. Okay. Please be sure of your answer. I can see 18 naira. I can see 18 naira. I can see 2018 naira. Okay, Rosemary, don't worry. By the time I'm doing this, make sure you follow. Do you get it? Okay. I can see 2018 naira. All right. Okay. So now let's everyone look at my screen now. I believe some of us already got the answer. All right, all right. So now look at my screen now, everybody. I'm going to do this. It's very simple. It's not difficult. That was why I used the illustration of you gave your friend or your friend asked you to borrow him or her 100 naira. Then you said, by the time you will be paying me back this morning, I'm going to collect 150 from you. You know we do that very well. I'm going to collect 150 from you. I'm not going to collect 100 naira. You will pay me back 150. You see that 50 naira that you had to that money is an interest. Is an interest. But the exact amount you borrowed him is 100 naira. So now 100 naira plus 50 naira. So the boy is paying back 150. So now that is exactly what we are asked to find there. How much will she pay back? So that means we want to find the amount she's going to pay back. But for us to get it, we have to know the interest so that we can add the interest to the money she borrowed. So we can now know, okay, she'll be paying back this so amount. So let's do it together. Firstly, we're giving the principal to be 2,000 naira, 2,000 naira, and the rate, she'll be paying the money back with the rate of 2%, and the time she has just 2 years to pay back the money. She has 2 years to complete her payment. So now for us to know how much we'll be paying back, we have to know the interest so that we can add the interest to it. I believe you are following, Rosemary. Please follow now. I expect you to understand after this explanation. So we have to do the principal to get the interest. This is the formula. The principal multiplied by the rate multiplied by the time, then divided by 100. So now the interest now is 2,000 multiplied by 2. The rate is 2%. So we have 2. The percentage is the 100 we are having under here. Times the time is also 2 years. So we have 2 over 100. This 100 is for the rate. You know the rate is in percentage. So that's why we are having the 100 here. So now here, 0 we cancel out 0. 0 we cancel out 0. Right? So our interest is, we have 2 times 2 to be 4. So we have 20 times 4. And 20 times 4 is 80, right? Because 2 times 4 is 8. 80 naira. So that means the interest is 80 naira. So it will be paying back 80 naira plus the 2,000 naira she borrowed. So she's paying back 2,080 naira. I believe you get it now. It's very simple. So those who got 2,080 naira, you are very correct. So at the end of 2 years, At the end of 2 years, she will pay back the principal value plus the interest, and that is 2,000 naira plus 80 naira, and that gives 2,080 naira. So this is the amount she will be paying back. So I believe you understand. So it's not difficult. So if you understand what we did now, please type the answer in the chat. Type the answer in the chat. If you understand it, type the answer in the chat. Okay. All right. So I can see your response in the chat, everyone. Some of you said that you do not understand. Okay. You're going to understand. Don't worry. Her name is Miss Mary. Timileyin Aremu. Her name is Miss Mary. All right. So we are going to take a question that is similar to that again. You said you do not understand. So for those who do not understand, please pay attention. Let's look at the question. It says, Mary gets a loan of 2,000 naira at the rate of 2% simple interest per annum. How much will she pay back at the end of 2 years? So in essence, you were asked to find the amount. All right, the amount is principal plus interest. The formula for the amount is principal plus interest. All right, and for you to be able to do this, in the question, 2,000 naira is the principal. 2,000 naira is the principal. Okay. Now, we have not been given the interest, so we have to find the simple interest. And formula for finding simple interest is equal to principal times rate times time divided by 100. And we have done that. Miss Mary has done that. The principal is 2,000, rate is 2%, and time is 2 years. All right? So we were able to get the interest at 80 naira. Now, the amount to be paid back is what we call the principal plus interest. And that is 2,000 naira plus the interest that was gotten. Okay, it's all about the formula. And it has been done here. For those who didn't understand, principal plus the interest. Principal plus the interest. All right, if this is your first time coming to our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button, like and share. Share with your friends and families. Tell them this is what I am learning at Learning Base Academy. Now, at the end of this class, you can take the picture of all your notes. I know that some people have already written up to 6 pages. All right, some have written up to 4 pages, 5 pages. Take the picture of your notes, post and share to everybody, and tell them I am learning this at Learning Base Academy, our revision class. Is that okay? Don't forget, I promise 1,000 naira for your ice cream. Okay, only for those who are paying attention. Only those who pay attention will be able to get it, because you'll be able to solve the questions that will be given to you. All right, so ready for the next question? I want to deal with simple, simple, simple questions that some of us may think that we know so well. Okay, so I want to deal with simple, simple, simple questions. Simple questions. Let me see. Okay, Miss Mary gave you speed, distance over time. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, she gave you on simple interest. Okay, on percentage. What about on percentage profit, percentage loss, ratio? Okay, so are we good? We good? Let's continue. All right. Don't forget the mental math concept I have taught you not too long. Now, let's quickly move on to mental math concept. I'm going to quickly teach you two concepts, and that will have to do with multiplication and division by powers of 10, multiplying decimals and dividing decimals by powers of 10, another set of mental maths. Let's be fast. Mental math, let's go, let's go. Multiplying decimals. Multiplying decimals by powers of 10. Multiplying decimals by powers of 10. Don't forget, everybody, tomorrow is Monday, the 7th of July. We have class in the evening, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're going to continue with our fun class. All right. So we're going to continue tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We are still in class. Don't go. Don't go. We are not done. I'm only telling you about tomorrow's class. Invite all your friends from other schools, from other places. Tell them to come and enjoy our class with you at Learning Base Academy. All right. So multiplying decimals by powers of 10. Decimal numbers are numbers that have decimal points, and most times they are less than 1. They are less than 1. They are also fractions, but this time in a decimal way. All right, so I'm going to teach you this, how to multiply decimals by powers of 10. 0.042 is a decimal number. Now, take note of these powers of 10. Take note of these powers of 10. Everybody write down these powers of 10. I always give children powers of 10 at Learning Base Academy. Every time we'll do general classes like this. All right, now what do we mean by powers of 10? They are denominators or numbers that end with 0. They are powers of 10, that is 10 raised to power 2, raised to power 3, raised to power 4, raised to power 5. Okay, now let us look at the first one. 10 means 10 raised to power 1. All right. 100 is the power of 10 and it means 10 times 10, and that is 10 raised to power 2. Let's go. Let's go. I know my grade 3, grade 4 are here. Instead of you typing, please write. I'm going to close the chat. Please write. Write. Do not type. I'm still here. I'm still here. All right, so 10 times 10, that means 10 raised to power 2. Now, 1,000, that's 10 times 10 times 10. That is 10 raised to power 3. 10,000, that means 10 multiplied by itself 4 times, because 10,000 has 4 zeros, and that is 10 raised to the power of 4. What about 100,000? That is 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10, and that is 10 raised to the power of 5, because 100,000 has 5 zeros. 100,000 has 5 zeros. Then what about 1 million? 1 million has 6 zeros. All right. That is 10 multiplied by itself in 6 places. That would be 10 raised to power 6 and so on. So these are what we call powers of 10. Now we want to multiply decimals by powers of 10. 0.042 times, let's say 100. Now 100 has two zeros. So we are going to shift the decimal point to the right side. Now listen to my song on multiplying by decimals. When when dividing, move to the left. Multiplying, we move to the right. When dividing, we move to the left. Multiplying, we move to the right. Yes, when dividing, we move to the left. When multiplying, we move to the right. So when multiplying by powers of 10, we move the decimal point to the right. Move to the right. So from the decimal point, we are going to count two places to the right because 100 has two zeros. We count two places to the right, shifting the decimal point. 1, 2. Wherever we stop counting, that's the new place for our decimal point. So normally we are supposed to have 004.2, but 0 before a number is the same as the number. So that's 4.2. Our answer is 4.2. Now, moving on to the next one. What if I have 0.35 times 1,000? Pay attention. I'm going to write out 0.35 so I can move the decimal point. Now, 1,000 has three zeros. It means I'm going to move to the right side three times. Let me write move to the right, move to the right, move the decimal point to the right, okay? Move the decimal point. DP means decimal point to the right. Okay, so 1,000 has three zeros. So from the decimal points, we count three places to the right. 1, 2, and 3. We stopped counting out here, so there is no space for a decimal point. Decimal point has been moved outside. So this empty curved space, we fill it up with 0. So we no longer have decimal points in this number. So 0 before a number is the same as a number. Our answer is 350. The answer is 350. Let's move on to number 3. What if we have 0.2 times 100,000? All right, I'm giving you 30 seconds to write what is on my screen. 30 seconds to copy what is on my screen. Be as fast as possible. Nobody is going to fail mathematics. This term, you must all pass mathematics exam. All right, so I believe everybody's done writing. Now, 0.2 times 100,000. Write out 0.2. Now, 100,000 has five zeros. So we are going to move the decimal point five places to the right because we are multiplying. So from the decimal point, let's count five. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Decimal point has been shifted out because wherever you stop counting is where your decimal point will be. Wherever you stop counting is where your decimal point will be. So what happens to all these kind of curves? Fill them up with 0. Fill up the empty spaces with 0. 0 before a number is the same as a number. So our answer is 20,000. 0.2 times 100,000 is equal to 20,000. All right, so moving on to another example. I hope you're enjoying the class. Moving on to another example. What if we have 1.389 times 10? 1.389 times 10. 10 has only one zero. So it means we are going to move our decimal point one place to the right. We are moving our decimal point one place to the right. So let's move it 1. So this is a new place for our decimal point between 3 and 8. So the answer is 13.89. The answer is 13.89. Yes, yes, yes. Write quickly, be as fast as possible. Make your fingers write very fast. Don't forget, ice cream money is right here with Mrs. Grace. If you can do it very well, pay full attention, answer all the questions you've been asked, you will qualify to get the 1,000 naira. So you can go to school tomorrow and tell your friends, I came first during the class yesterday and I earned 1,000 naira for just some little ice cream, right? Okay, so moving on to the next one. What is 17.2153 times 100? Now 100 has two zeros. Let's simply move the decimal point two places. 100 has two zeros, 1, 2. So we move our decimal point two places to the right, 1, 2. Decimal point comes here. So the decimal point will be between 1 and 5. And the new answer will be 1,721.53. All right? Okay, so I hope you got that. Now, the first VIP question before I move on to dividing by decimal. VIP questions. Get ready to drop your answer in the chat. Get ready to drop your answer in the chat. Number 1. What is 0.091 times 1,000? 0.091 times 1,000. Make sure your name is beside your response. No name, no calling. All right. Make sure your name is beside your response. 0.091 times 1,000. Move the decimal point three places to the right because 1,000 has three zeros. 1,000 has three zeros. So you move it 1, 2, 3. What will your answer be? I'm counting down 5, 4, 3, 2. Make sure your name is beside your answer. 1, 0. Okay. All right. So Damilola Ojo, 91. Damilola, 91. Ebuka, 91. Michelle, 91. Hadassah, you don't need all those zeros before 9. 91. Godwin, 91. Mimi, your answer isn't correct. Timileyin Aremu, 91. Heritage, 91. Mimi, 91. Theophilus, 91. God Gifts, 91. Zabel, 91. King, 91. Wisdom, 91. Chukwuemelie, 91. Mustafa, 91. All right. Okay, let's do it together. So we move the decimal point three places to the right because 1,000 has three zeros. 1, 2, 3. Good. Your answer is 91. Correct if you got the answer right. Now, question 2. Question 2. What is 4.0084 times 100,000? Type your answer in the chat. 4.0084 times 100,000. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0. Okay, so what's the correct answer? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the correct answer? Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, only few people we get, only few people are becoming qualified right here. All right. I'll only call your name if your answer is correct. Let's see who posted the answer first. The correct answer first. Foladara posted the correct answer first, followed by Adasa. Adasa posted the correct answer after Foladara, followed by Dominion. Dominion, then followed by Emmanuel, followed by, followed by, oh, only Foladara, Emmanuel, and Dominion. Okay. All right. So we have 5 zeros. 100,000 has 5 zeros. So let's move the decimal point 5 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what would be our answer? In this empty space, put 0. To the left, you will see that 4 is on the left side. Some of you threw the 4 away. Okay, so our answer is 400840. Don't throw the numbers away except if they are zeros. If the first number to your left is 0, then you can take it out. All right. So the answer is 400,840. Okay. Now let's move on to dividing decimals by powers of 10. When dividing, move to the left. When dividing, move to the left. When dividing, move to the left. When multiplying, we move to the right. When dividing, we move to the left. Multiplying, we move to the right. Okay, so it's time for us to divide decimals by powers of 10. All right? So I've explained to you what powers of 10 are. 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1,000,000, 10,000,000, and so on. So let's divide by powers of 10. What is 7.8 divided by 100? 7.8 divided by 100. Let's look at 7.8 divided by 100. We are doing division. Dominion is division. This is division time, not multiplication. 7.8 divided by 100. When dividing, we move to the left. So we are going to move the decimal point to the left. Let's write out our 7.8. We divide by 100, counting 2 places to the left. Look at 100 has 2 zeros. So we count 2 places to the left. Let's do it together. 1, 2. Wherever you stop counting, that's where the decimal point will be. So in the empty space, you have 0. To your left side, there is no number, put 0. So the answer is equal to 0.078. Okay, the answer is 0.078. Let's move on to number 2. What about 812.5 divided by 1,000? 812.5 divided by 1,000. Let's write it out. Then let us divide by 1,000. 1,000 has 3 zeros. So we are going to shift the decimal point to the left 3 times. So let's do that. 1, 2, and 3. Decimal point comes here. So to the left side, you have to place 0 there. The answer is 0.8125. 0.8125. If you're following me, type this answer in the chat now. If you're following, type this answer in the chat now. Yes, Damilola Ojo, I can see your answer. Mimi, Mimi, what happened to the last digit 5? You didn't place it there. Place it there, place it there. Okay, so let's move on to question 3. Question 3. 7 divided by 10,000. 7 divided by 10,000. You know, we are supposed to move the decimal point. And for 7, we don't have decimal point. I hope you know that. Pay attention now. For 7, we don't have a decimal point. So we are going to place a decimal point after digit 7. Then we move to the left. How many times? Now, 10,000 has 4 zeros. 10,000 has 4 zeros. So we are going to move to the left 4 times. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Decimal point comes here. So in these empty spaces, we have to fill up with the zeros. Then to the left side, we need 0 to be there. Poladara has already posted the answer already. That's smart of you. So the answer is 0.0007. Okay, fantastic, everyone. Yes, I hope you understand that. Instead of us going back to Millennium Aremo, we can come back to this channel to watch the replay of the class. All right. Now it's time for VIP questions. Let's see those who have been paying attention. VIP questions. Don't be tired. Don't be tired. Don't forget that there is a reward for those who will perform. VIP questions. Are we ready? Number 1. What is 9 divided by 1,000? 9 divided by 1,000. At the countdown of 5, type your answer in the chat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Type in your correct answer. Type in the correct answer to number 1 VIP question. Check your answer again. For those who have posted their answers, check your answer again. Don't be too confident that you won't check. You won't know if you have made mistake. All right. All right. So let's see whose answer is correct. Okay. We know we don't have a decimal point with 9, but we can just place a decimal point after 9. Then we count 3 places to the right, to the left rather. We are dividing 1, 2, and 3. Decimal point comes here. All right. So we fill up the empty spaces with 0. And to the left you place 0, so that's 0.009, 0.009, 0.009. All right, so that's the correct answer. Thank you for posting your answer in the chat. People like Poladara, Mimi, Godwin. Okay, who again? Let's see, Damilola, Ebuka, Timileyin Aremu. Ebuka, your answer wasn't correct. Timileyin Remu, your followed by Praise. Praise, you have a correct answer. Correct. Damilola, correct. Mustafa, correct. Hadassa, correct. Steven, your answer was not correct. God gift, correct. God gift has blown my mind off. All right. Dominion, correct. Wisdom, correct. Okay, Finny, correct. Who again? Mirabel, correct. Godwin, correct. Elnora, Elnora, your answer looks somehow. I don't understand. Theophilus, correct. All right, let's move on to VIP question number 2. VIP question number 2. Let's see the next one. 5.3 divided by 100. What is 5.3 divided by 100? At the countdown of 5, post your answer in the chat. 5, 4, 3. Oh, amazing. 2, 1, 0. So let's see. Ladara posted first again. Okay, followed by Damilola, followed by Damilola, followed by Timileyin Aremu. Timileyin Aremu, your answer is not correct. Followed by Mimi. Mimi is correct. Ebuka, smart, correct. Mustafa, correct. Michelle, correct. Emmanuel, correct. Wisdom girl, correct. Your answer is not correct. Okay, Timileyin Aremu, correct. Now, God gift, correct. Precious girl, correct. Amazing, amazing, everyone. So we move the decimal point 2 places to the left because we have 2 zeros in 100, 1 and 2. Decimal point comes here. Fill up the empty space with 0 and to your left, place 0 there. So that's 0.053. All right. So now that we have gotten that, still be paying attention because questions are coming. All right. Questions for our ice cream will be coming rather. All right. So now general math questions. We have just few minutes to go. General questions. We are closing the class by 8:15. Yes, because we started 6:15. We ended by 8:15. I know you're going to school tomorrow, but you know what? This is examination preparation class. So make sure you put your mind there, all right? I want you to have 90%, 100% in your examination. All right. So that's why we are working so hard. General questions. Let's go. If you're ready for me, type 543210 in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. If you're enjoying the class and you're going to pass your exam, type 54321 in the chat. Type 54321 in the chat now. Okay, question 1. Question 1. This can come out in your exam, and that's why we are treating the topic. All right, the first question, the area of a square room. The area of a square room is 64 square meters. What is the perimeter? What is the perimeter of the room? What is the perimeter of the room? All right. Look at it very well, everyone. Look at this question very well. Let me close the chat so you can pay attention. Look at this question very well, everyone. The area of a square room is 64 square meters. What is the perimeter of the room? This is a square. All right. So the formula for calculating perimeter of a square is equal to 4 times length of side. So we need the length of side for us to be able to calculate the perimeter of the square. But we have not been given the length of side. Rather, in the question, we have been given the area. we were given the area. So for us to get the length of side, we have to find the length of side using the area. So for us to get the length of side using the area, the formula is square root of area. When it comes to square, you know that to get the area of a square, it is the square of the length of side. And for you to make length of side stand alone, the opposite of square is square root. So that's why it will become L square equals area, and L will be equal to the square root of area. That is, the square moved on to the right side became square root. So the formula is square root of area. For us to be able to get the length before we can find the perimeter, don't forget that we've been asked to find the perimeter. But to get the perimeter, we need the length. And to get the length from the area given in the question, we have to find the length. To get the length, it is square root of area. So that would be square root of 64 square meters. The square root is that number that will multiply by itself to get 64. That's 8 meters times 8 meters. Our answer is 8 meters. This is the length. Now, let us find the perimeter, which is equal to 4 times length. And that's equal to 4 times 8 meters, which is equal to 32 meters. So the perimeter of the square room is equal to 32 meters. Now at the countdown of 20, finish writing question 1 because I'm moving on to question 2. All right, without a waste of time, we're moving on to question 2. 20, finish up, finish up, finish up. 19, 18, 17, 15, 15, 14. Finish writing quickly. 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. By now you should be done. 2, 1, and 0. Okay, I'm moving on to the next question. The result when 10 is added to 5 times a number is 60. Is 60. What is the number? The result when 10 is added to 5 times a number. The result when 10 is added plus, okay, 10 is added, 10 plus 5 times a number. We don't know what that number is. We are going to represent the number with y. So let the number be y, all right? This is that number. The number is y. So 5 times a number. 5 times y is 5y. So that is 10 plus 5y. The result is 60 equals 60. What is the number? So this is an equation and we need to find the value of y. Whenever we are solving an equation, we are meant to find the value of the letter. All right? We are meant to find the value of the letter. So that will be 5y has to stand alone. So we have 5y equals 60. Now, 10 that is on the left side, we have to move to the right side. And when it gets to the right side, it will become negative 10. It will become minus 10. So that will be 60 minus 10. All right. So 5y is equal to 50. So let's divide both sides by 5. We need y to stand alone because 5 is being multiplied by y. 5, we have to go to the right side to divide. So y is equal to 50 divided by 5. Y is equal to 10. So that number that we are looking for is 10. All right. I am moving forward. I'm moving on to question 3. My next question says, subtract the HCF of 9, 18, and 27 from the LCM of 16 and 2. Subtract the HCF of 9, 18, and 27 from the LCM of 16 and 2. So let's find the highest common factor. The highest common factor of 9, 18, and 27, we have to use the division method. We will keep dividing. We must divide by a number that is common. And that number must be a prime number. So 3 can divide. 3 goes into 9. We have 3. 3 divides 18, that would be 6. And 3 divides 27, that would be 9. If you look through all the numbers, 3 can still divide. 3 divides 3, we have 1. 3 divides 6, we have 2. And 3 divides 9, we have 3. If you look through, nothing can divide again. And since nothing can divide again, don't continue because it is highest common factor. So the HCF will be for us to multiply the divisors. We multiply 3 by 3. So 3 times 3 is equal to 9. So the highest common factor is 9. Now let's move on to the LCM. We have to find the LCM of 16 and 2 using the division method, all right? So now still going to divide by a prime number. A prime number is a number that does not have any other factor except for 1 and itself. That is, no number can divide a prime number. No number can divide that number. So what number can we use to divide? 2 can divide. 2 goes into 16 is 8. 2 goes into 2 is 1. We still have to use 2. 2 goes into 8 is 4. But 2 cannot divide 1 because it is LCM. Write down 1. For LCM, you have to keep on dividing until you're unable to divide again. Now let's use 2. 2 goes into 4, that's 2. 2 goes into 1 is impossible. Write down 1. Then 2 can still divide. 2 goes into 2 is 1. 2 cannot go in 1. Write it down. Now we are done dividing until we are at the level of 1, 1, 1. Now the LCM would be for us to multiply all the divisors by each other. So that will be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. The question says subtract the highest common factor of these from the LCM of 16 and 2, which means LCM minus HCF. Subtract this HCF, remove HCF from the LCM. So that's the meaning. So that will be 16 minus 9, which is equal to 7. So the answer to question 3 is 7. So whenever you see this kind of question, don't only go and find LCM and HCF, then you say, Mrs. Grace, I am done. You will not get the answer right because you've not been asked to just find HCF and LCM. You've been asked to subtract the highest common factor from the lowest common multiple. All right, so write it quickly. You have just 30 seconds to write. I'm moving on to the next question. That is question 4. Moving on to the next question, question 4. Don't miss our class tomorrow, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Make sure you attend class tomorrow, okay? Now question 4, find the sum. Find the sum of 0.07, 6.3, and 3.63. We are to find the sum. When you see these statements, which says find the sum, it means add. It means addition. So let's arrange these decimal numbers. And when you're arranging decimal numbers, begin from the decimal point so you don't make mistake. It is different from you arranging whole numbers. Begin from the decimal point. So I have a decimal point here. The first number is 0.07. So 0.7 to my right and 0 to the left. All right. The next number is 6.3. Decimal point comes first, 3 on the right and 6 on the left. Then the next one is 3.63. Put a decimal point under the other decimal point. Then from the decimal point is where your arrangement starts from. So we are going to add up all of these. Let's add up all of these. All right. Now, what will our answer be? 3 plus 7 is 10. Write 0, carry 1 over. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. Write 0, put your decimal points and carry 1 over. 1 plus 0 plus 6, that's 7. 7 plus 3, that's 10. So our final answer is 10. 10.00 is exactly the same as 10. So we have a whole number. Now, we have come to the end of the class. Hooray! We're able to go 2 hours math marathon. Yes, for preparation of for our examination. So watch out next weekend also. We will also do something like this to help those who are yet to do their mathematics exam prepare again. During the week, all our classes hold. All right, now it's time for my 1,000 naira question. You are meant to solve this question and submit to Mrs. Grace on WhatsApp. Solve the following question. Your reward, if you get all the answers right, is 1,000 naira. And you have to be the first person to submit. So you have to be very fast. You solve the questions fast, you submit fast. If you are the first person to submit and all your answers are correct, you are going to, get 1,000 naira. But if all your answers are not correct, oh my God, Mrs. Grace will not give you 1,000 naira. Make sure you show your workings in your exercise book. You have to show your workings inside your exercise book. All right. When you're done, take the picture and send to Mrs. Grace on this WhatsApp number. If you don't submit to this WhatsApp number, then you will not get the reward. Don't submit to another WhatsApp number. Don't go and submit to another one where senior secondary classes submitted. This is the WhatsApp number that you are going to submit your work to. You save it, tell your parents to save it, send hi, and send your work at the end of once you're done. So you have to submit this work. You have only 15 minutes. The first person to submit before 15 minutes will get the 1,000 naira, provided your handwriting is neat. If your handwriting looks as if chicken is scattering the ground, Mrs. Grace will not check your work and you will not earn anything. So you have to write well. Hold your pen properly and write very well. Now, my question. First question, find the amount paid back. Find the amount paid back on 5,000 naira for 2 years at 3% per annum. That's the first question. Now, moving on to question 2, you have to write fast. I'm ending the class shortly. I'm moving on to question 2. Question 2. The area of a square tank, the area of a square, yes, of a square tank is 100 square meters. Find the perimeter. Find the perimeter. Question 3. Yes, 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 yes. Question 3. Find the cube of x. Find the cube of x if X minus 10 equals X minus 10 equals if X minus 10 equals 10, if X minus 10 equals 2, find the cube of X. So these are the three questions. Copy it now at the countdown of 20. Once you're done copying the question, type done in the chat, start doing your question. Nobody's going to wait for you. Nobody's going to say, oh, I am done. Should I start? Everybody has started. So 20. I'm ending the class. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10. Once you're done, just start your work. Don't come and type done. Somebody is trying to be very fast. 10, 9, 8, 7. Go and submit. Take the picture of your work. Make sure you copy it well. Show your workings. This is the only WhatsApp number you submit to. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm closing the class. 4, 3, 1, 0. Thank you everyone for coming to class. I will be expecting your work. The first person to finish up and do the right thing will get my 1,000 naira for the ice cream. Goodbye everyone. See you again tomorrow.